Bhutan is a land of many treasures. Not only is wealth measured by gross national happiness instead of traditional economic viability, but there is an unwavering connection between environmental sustainability and cultural preservation. At least 60% of the country must remain forested for future generations. Strategic and intentional governmental efforts are made to keep the Bhutanese content. So what exactly makes the land of the Thunder Dragon one of the happiest countries in the world? First, let's discuss gross national happiness. While most countries follow the GDP to measure their country's progress, Bhutan follows gross national happiness, or GNH. It was Bhutan's fourth king who declared, "Gross national happiness is more important than gross domestic product." Following Buddhist teachings, the kingdom believed that the progress of a nation does not depend on materialistic possessions, but rather the joy and peace of its citizens. The holistic approach encourages Bhutanese to focus more on what they have than what is lacking. They are encouraged to get enough rest, eat well, socialize, and spend ample time in nature. Every 5 years, surveys are sent to approximately 8,000 randomly selected households under the direction of the Center for Bhutan Studies and GNH Research. Questions include, how often do you see your family? Do you meditate? And how many hours do you work? Based on responses, national policies are discussed or amended. According to the most recent survey, 91% identified on the happiness scale. Of course, GNH isn't that simple. The concept remains abstract to many who believe the idea sounds more enlightening and progressive than the reality. As a developing country, Bhutan has its challenges, including high unemployment rates and creating a sustainable intersection between contemporary infrastructure and environmental preservation. However, the majority of Bhutan's 800,000 citizens appreciate the philosophy of GNH, even if the practical application is difficult to define. Here are a few commonly accepted elements that keep the Bhutanese happy. Mahayana Buddhism is Bhutan's official religion, and 75% of the population is Buddhist. Every month you will find a seshu, or religious festival, in each district of the country. This is in addition to other holidays and fairs that honor cuisine, local deities, and tribal communities, just to name a few. There is always an event to celebrate with dancing, music, good food, family, and friends, keeping the mood reflective and joyous. With almost 70% of the country covered in forests, environmental conservation is one of the pillars of Bhutan's GNH. The Bhutanese are conscientious about their surroundings and make individual and collective efforts to keep the country pristine. In school, children are taught about agricultural practices and environmental responsibility. Connecting with nature and caring for Mother Earth is a priority. Did you know that Bhutan is the only country in the world without a traffic light? Even in Thimphu, Bhutan's capital, the police direct traffic. It's worth noting that a light was once installed but then removed after drivers preferred the police directions instead. Bhutan is very particular about traffic regulations, and locals follow the rules and allow pedestrians to pass, even during the busiest hours. This personal responsibility also aids in decreasing auto pollution. From wearing the national dress to prioritizing the traditional arts, Bhutan has a fierce cultural preservation. The government passed a heritage bill that not only protects monuments, but also cultural traditions. For example, the national dress is mandated for government meetings and schools, among others. Bhutan provides free education and healthcare to its citizens, as well as free land and utilities to many villages. Additionally, the Constitution guarantees equal rights to men and women, and there is little gender discrimination, a rarity in South Asia. All of these factors contribute to a more content society. Do you believe that gross national happiness is truly possible or an unattainable concept? Share in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more destination inspiration.